Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about my recent trip to Vegas. I had a lot of questions on my Instagram, both from my Instagram stories and the photos that I was posting about my makeup and different dresses I was wearing, shoes, what I was actually doing in Vegas, who I was with, and just everything kind of about my trip. So I thought I'd go through, kind of explain some things, and then maybe give you guys some helpful tips if you are planning a trip to Vegas, or you're just interested in what to wear, how to do your makeup, and all that kind of stuff that goes into it. So first of all, I have been to Vegas many times. This time was a little bit different because I was of age, and also we just kind of did some different things, but I definitely think it's the kind of place where you don't need a ton of time there. It can be very, very overwhelming, really hectic and crazy, but at the same time, I think that's what makes it so incredibly fun. And there were definitely a bunch of things that I didn't get to do this trip that I definitely will do next trip. I love to go to shows and all that kind of stuff. This trip was a little bit more kind of party themed, so going to the nightclubs as well as like the day clubs and the swim parties, and then some really cool restaurants and stuff and different little bars and restaurants we got to explore and experience. So I was really grateful for that, and we had an amazing time. Again, if you do want to go ahead and follow up on my life and keep kind of updated, I am going out to LA next week, which is going to be a great adventure. I'm going to be there for a while, so I'm definitely going to be trying out a bunch of really cool hotspots and just kind of adventuring around the city. So if you want to keep up with me, definitely go ahead and make sure to follow me on Instagram. That is the best place to make sure that you're always kind of cued in and you can kind of watch what I'm doing and kind of travel along with me in a way. So before I went to Vegas, I was really excited about going to the day parties and the swim parties, and I knew that I really wanted to continue kind of my journey working on myself, feeling good about my body and looking good in my dresses. I do want to say a big thank you to those of you who are so kind to me and just really kind of congratulating me and telling me that I looked good and that you could tell I've been working hard and all that kind of stuff. I definitely have been. I've been putting a lot of focus on myself and the way that I feel, and just kind of taking that control back and making sure that I feel really good and confident about myself. And I think that really kind of transpires through my photos and my videos, and also just my mood. I definitely know that when I feel good and I feel like I'm doing everything in my power to make sure I'm the best version of myself, I kind of end up having more fun, I just feel better, and overall everything just kind of works out a little bit nicer for me. And with working out and taking good care of yourself, a big part of it is definitely food. Now, since I've been traveling so much recently, it's been really helpful to team up again with HelloFresh. Now, they are offering everyone in our audience to get started with 8 meals free. That's $80 off your first month when you go to HelloFresh.com and use the code MeganParken80. Again, that's 8 meals free and $80 off your first month when you go to HelloFresh.com and the code MeganParken80. HelloFresh is an incredible meal kit service that will deliver everything directly to your house, all the fresh ingredients and everything that you need and nothing that you don't. I love that everything is pre-measured out for you, and there's really no fuss about cooking. It kind of takes away all the negative aspects and leaves the fun part, which is actually enjoying getting to cook and kind of learn new skills and new different recipes. That's really my favorite part about HelloFresh, is that they're always introducing you to different items and different recipes that maybe you wouldn't pick up on your own. Home cooked meals are made simple with HelloFresh. They're going to take care of all the meal prepping, the planning, and the shopping for you. All you have to do is cook, and then you have more time to focus on being a happier and healthier version of yourself. Cooking at home is now easy and enjoyable with the 6-step recipe cards and all the pictures. It's going to tell you exactly what to do, and of course, all the ingredients are delivered straight to your door, so there's really no fuss or any hardships about it. You just go ahead and follow along with all the pictures, and then you can make some really great, delicious meals. All of HelloFresh's meals come together at around 30 minutes max, and the cleanup is always very minimal. I love to put all my trash back into the brown bags that everything comes in. Keeps it really simple and easy, and it's good to kind of clean up as you're cooking. I also really enjoy that you're going to list out all of the ingredients as well as the calories and everything. So if you are someone who's on a bit of a health kick, you can really keep track of that, and you can know exactly what you're putting into your own body. And for me, that's something really special. I honestly rarely ever eat out because, number one, I can make food that's just as good as if I were to eat out, but I also like that peace of mind of knowing exactly what's going into my body, what I'm feeding myself, and what I'm creating, and then also having just that little bit of kind of satisfaction of knowing that I cooked the meal myself and I was the one that created it. HelloFresh is now priced from $6.99 per serving, and you can make deliciousness part of your every week routine. You also can go ahead and switch between the different plans. So if you want to pick the classic plan or the family, or maybe even the vegetarian option, and then maybe your tastes are going to change, you have that option to go ahead and switch very easily, which I think is really great. You can always try different new recipes and kind of get out of that recipe rut and always be kind of adding in new different things that you may like to try. And before I left for Vegas, I made these sirloin carne asada tacos, which were incredible, really good, kind of a little bit spicy, and a really great kind of Mexican dish that I was a huge fan of. You guys should definitely check that one out. And then I also made the chicken sausage flatbread pizzas. Now this had like some broiled zucchini, was really yummy, something I wouldn't normally reach for or make, but I was really happy that I was able to with HelloFresh and kind of expand my recipe horizon and try something new. And if you guys do go ahead and sign up for HelloFresh, make sure to DM me on Instagram. I love it when you you share different recipes with me that you've tried out, and you can help give me ideas for ones that I should try out for the next month. Again, get started with 8 meals free by going to HelloFresh.com using the code MeganParken80. That's $80 off your first month by going to HelloFresh.com with the code MeganParken80. And speaking of food and body and all of that kind of stuff, jumping right along, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I actually wore to the Chaos Day Club at the Palms. Now, I did post quite a few Instagram stories from there. It was really, really fun. Marshmello performed, which was really crazy, and the crowd was very, very excited, definitely very hyped up, and I had such a great time. Again, I didn't think it would be something I would totally love, but I really did, and I'm all about kind of pushing myself out of my horizons, trying new things, experiencing things, and then always being pleasantly surprised when I have a really awesome time. So I got a lot of questions about the bikini I was wearing. As you guys can tell, yellow is like my favorite color, and this bikini is super, super supportive, especially if you have a larger bust. I swear by Venus bikinis. I think they are so well made. Definitely a little pricier, but you definitely can tell the difference when they're on and the way that they look and fit. They have this really thick band below here, so it's really going to give you a nice bit of support and hold your boobs in. And then I love that they have kind of a halter style while still looking like a classic like triangle bikini. They don't have like a thicker strap, so it doesn't look like a typical halter, but because it does tie up around your neck opposed to just kind of tying back or something, you're really given that nice bit of lift and support, which if you do have a larger chest, it's good to have. The back is also adjustable, so you can move that around depending on your liking, and I just think this yellow color is beautiful. It looks really great on a tan, and I think it would honestly look great with girls that had darker hair or blonde hair like I have. And then for a day club, you of course want to wear your swimsuit, but a lot of girls like to wear something a little bit more fashionable or a little skirt or something, and not just like totally be walking around with their butt out and stuff in their bikini, especially because they do kind of tell you at least to wear heels or at least a shoe that maybe has a little bit of a heel to it. So for me personally, it's not my style to wear like a pair of high heels and just my bikini out and everything. So I did wear a pair of like nice little like heels like this that were really comfortable, easy to walk around in on the pool floor, and they helped made me feel like very good and like put together. But with that, I did wear this little wrap around my waist and stuff, of course with my little yellow bikini bottoms, but I got this from Amazon. Now I wore these on my cruise, and I have them in like every single color. On Amazon, they have a pack that has one in black, white, pink, yellow, blue, literally everything, and they are so great for going to the pool. You can just wrap them around yourself so you have a little bit of coverage, but they're still really cute, and if you get them to match your bikini, it like goes together and it looks like it's part of the outfit, and it really works well. I also did have like a little body chain on that had like some jewels. I think that's a great way to kind of dress up like your Vegas pool party attire. So just wear some jewelry that's kind of sexy and goes along with it, and I definitely did not feel out of place wearing that at all. There are many girls that were more dressed up than that, and there are many girls that were a little bit less dressed up, but I definitely felt like I was kind of in the middle, and that made me feel really comfortable and good about myself. Now moving on to brunch, I got a ton of questions about the dress that I wore to brunch. Now I was able to go to It's Brunchin', which is a brand new little brunch spot in the Palms Casino Resort. It was incredibly amazing, really, really fun, kind of gave you like Miami vibes. It was really crazy and wild. They had some amazing food for us as well as some drinks and just really good music, and it was right by the day club, so it was just such a super fun time, and it wasn't super early, which I was a big fan of. I'm not like a really big morning person, but we went around like 1 o'clock, so it was the perfect time for brunch. And I wore this dress that I've had for a long time. Now I got this from Lulu's, which is an online boutique, but I did get this probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and I love how like ruffled and beautiful it is. The pattern is really pretty. It's very lightweight, but it's super, super feminine and girly, and I just had so many compliments about this dress, and I'm sad that it is something older, but I am thinking about maybe putting some items on my Poshmark soon. So if you ever see me wearing something and you just really love it and you have to have it, honestly, I have so many clothes that I need to kind of get rid of some. So if there's ever something that you just really, really want, it's like the perfect thing, definitely go ahead and send me a message, and maybe I'll throw it up on my Poshmark for you, because I'd love to do that for you guys, and I just got so many compliments on that dress, which I really appreciate. And the other one that I also got from Lulu's that I was going to also wear, again, is a dress that I've had for like 4 years. I love the colors in this. I think it's so bright and pretty. This honestly would have like matched the little brunch restaurant because it was really done in all these bright like neon colors and everything. But again, this is a dress I've had for so long. It has little cutouts at the waist, and I'm just such a big fan of finding things that really, really work and then holding on to them. I think that might be why I have just literally so many dresses and just so many clothing options, because when I find something really great, I love to hold on to them. So I definitely need to do a little closet clean out soon, and let me know if you guys would like to see that, because I don't know, I think it could be pretty fun to film. So then from there, we did go ahead and do a little dinner at Green Street Kitchen, which again is a really new restaurant at the Palms, and that was incredibly good. Like the food was amazing, and I'm not like a huge foodie person. I don't have like a ton of knowledge about food, but they did have a bunch of artwork by Banksy and some other artists, and it was just really, really cool to see. It kind of looked like you were going into a little arcade, and then there's like this little secret door that you went through, so really cool experience. This dress I have that I wore is super sexy in my opinion. I love how it looks like a nude kind of skin material and then all the black strappy detailings. I got this from Fashion Nova, and I've had this again for definitely over a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. I did wear it on my 21st birthday, so I've had it for a while, and I'm just such a fan of it. Again, thank you to everyone who complimented me on this. I might also be listing this on my Poshmark just because I feel like I've worn it to quite a few events now, and it's maybe time to pass it on to some other people that could get some use out of it and really enjoy it. I did want to mention a shoe that I think is really important. So in Vegas, obviously, you're going to be walking around a ton. It's huge. The casinos are huge. Everything is really spaced out, so you want to have comfortable shoes. Typically if you're going out and you're wearing like a dress, you want to wear some heels. So my biggest thing that I would recommend is having a heel that has a platform. Now these are from Just Fab. I've had them for a while and they are so comfortable. Just nice and black, little peep toe. They do have a little strap around your ankle so you feel really secure and in. You don't feel like they're gonna fall off your feet or anything. But the main thing that I love about them is this platform. If you can see, it takes it down to like a literal like 2-inch heel. So they're so comfortable. I honestly could like run in these, and I wore these all weekend. I didn't have any problems, and I just think it's really good to make sure that you have comfortable shoes when you're going to Vegas, especially if you're trying to wear some heels. There's nothing worse than like you taking off your shoes and being barefoot. I did see a lot of girls doing that, and I was not someone that did that. I don't really like to play that game. I don't like to be barefoot in public places. It kind of grosses me out, but yeah, I think you can kind of avoid that by making sure that you have heels that are going to be comfortable. Oh, and on the whole topic of heels, I also did wear my pair of Christian Louboutin heels. Now I did get these from the Real, and they came with like the sole kind of intact thing, so that's going to be helpful so that your sole doesn't like rub off and stuff on the ground, because they do have like the bright red painted soles. Now these are actually very comfortable, surprisingly, but I think it's because the heel is very thick, so I'm a big fan of that. As far as like Christian Louboutins and if they are comfortable, really depends on the type. I know a lot of the ones that are more pointy, a little bit more narrow, people say are really uncomfortable, but I did not have a problem with these, and I really love the way they looked with that dress. I thought they were a great little pop of color. I also wanted to talk about this dress that I wore the first night in Vegas. I had so many questions about it. So this is from Hot Miami Styles. It's an insane dress. It has all this detailing around the neck, which is almost like a choker, and these like individually come undone, so you have to go through and like individually latch all of them. And then if you can see, it has like a really interesting bust and then some really cool detailing down below it, and then it's a really nice long kind of midi style skirt in a bandage material, so it really keeps you nice and sucked in. Looks really flattering on. Again, I probably will be listing that just because it's such like an impactful dress that I feel like now that I've worn it, I should pass it on to someone else so they could wear it for an event. But yeah, people were asking me if that dress was comfortable, if it was like heavy with all the chains and stuff. It honestly was very, very comfortable, and I felt very secure in it. You definitely can't wear a bra with it the way it's kind of situated and everything, but I didn't have a problem, and I got so many compliments on that dress. Like literally, I'm telling you, if you want girls and guys alike to be complimenting on your dress, that one, that does it. It really does. I also had another dress from Hot Miami Styles. This was my clubbing dress, and I think it's perfect for Vegas. I love kind of the high neckline detailing, the really cool kind of cutout at the waist, as well as the long sleeves, and this is just covered in little multicolored jewels, which is so pretty. Really, really comfortable dress because it's a super thin material. I did wear a dress similar to this, actually to Coachella, my nude rhinestone dress, also very similar to this, although that one was from Fashion Nova, and this one was from Hot Miami Styles, as I mentioned, but I mean, it literally seems like it's probably the same maker because it's very, very similar. Now this I got a ton of compliments on. It looks really great in Vegas because it's so sparkly, and I just really was such a fan of this dress, and I wanted to make sure you guys knew where I got it if you wanted a similar one. I did actually order that for New Year's, and it didn't come in time, so I was glad that I actually got to wear it to Vegas and make sure that I got some use out of it. And then for 2 quick little makeup tips. So in Vegas, most likely, you're going to be taking a lot of photos. You want to remember this trip. So something I do recommend is investing in a good pair of false lashes. They really just open up your eyes. They help make your makeup just look a lot more glam and just kind of nighttime appropriate. And I promise you, they're not hard to apply if you just practice it a little bit. And also use a pair of tweezers. That's my biggest trick. Definitely don't just like try to put them on with your fingers. That's hard to do. But if you have a pair of tweezers, you really can get them nice and close to your lash line and make sure they look really good and natural, and that they also kind of blend into your liner as well. A pair that I've really been loving are the Tarteist Pro, and these are in the style Center of Attention. They're a little bit wispy and pointy. They're definitely glamorous and kind of like full glam look, but I think they look so good with really minimal eyeshadow, or if you want to go all out and do something really crazy for nighttime, they just really set your eyes apart. And again, I think they show up really well on camera, so if you are taking pictures, that's a little tip. And then for my lips, this is an oldie but a goodie, something I have been loving for a very long time, and I kind of rediscovered it. This is my Dior Addict Lip Glow, and this is a Color Reviver Balm. Now it does give you a nice bit of like healthy color, and it's really moisturizing on the lips, really soft and smooth, and I just think it makes your lips look like fuller and plumper. It fills out all the lines and everything, and it kind of does like go ahead and match with everything. I don't know, I do know that it does kind of come up different colors on different skin tones, or maybe like when you're different temperatures. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I really like the color that it reads on me, and I love that it keeps my lips just feeling really supple and moisturized. And I wanted to mention that because I did get quite a few questions on my Instagram stories about what I was wearing on my lips, and that was pretty much it, honestly, the entire weekend and in my last few videos. So that's it for my Vegas video. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it kind of interesting to take this little trip with me. Again, I am going to LA, and I would love to bring you guys along with me, so make sure to follow along with my videos as well as my Instagram, and go ahead to make sure to check out HelloFresh.com for that 8 meals free, $80 off your first month by using the code MeganParken80. I'll see you guys next time, and I love you. Bye!